On the KXNT hotline, we've got Geoff Freeman. He is president and CEO of the American Gaming Association. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Great to be with you.
Well, good to talk to you this morning. You all commissioned a survey of folks to kind of find out what they think about gaming across the country. What'd you find out?
Well, I think we found out some great things as far as jobs here in Las Vegas are concerned. I think first and foremost, gambling's never been seen more favorably, 2-to-1 in the favorability column, which is something that any politician would give their right arm for. You look at who's coming, and it really is a portrait of America these days. You know, they're well-educated, they're homeowners. It's a little bit different than who I think some of the critics might lead you to believe. And these folks that are looking at gambling, they see it as a mainstream business, which I think is good for people here in Las Vegas and for the industry across the country.
Well, you know, but it's become the kind of business that it used to be you had to go to Vegas or someplace. Now, it seems to me like almost every place in the country has got some gaming.
Well, I think people saw what Las Vegas did well, and they wanted a piece of that action as well. So you certainly do see gaming in most corners of the United States. And as you've seen that expansion, the interesting part is you've seen a growth in visitors to Las Vegas. So as people get exposed to the product, as they see what the industry really is, they tend to enjoy it more. So I think that's been good news for Las Vegas. Las Vegas continues to see more visitors coming in year over year. They're seeing those hotel rates continue to climb and get back to pre-recession levels. So that's good news for everybody.
You finding out what people like. Do you get any sense on any of the surveying that you all do and any of the research, what could be done to make them like it more, other than to have more money, obviously?
Yeah, you know, I think what they're looking for from the industry, is for the industry to innovate. They're not looking for the industry to stand still, to do the things that it's done in the past, and that's why Las Vegas really is the petri dish for the industry. I mean, this is an area that is always innovating, bringing in the non-gaming amenities to complement what they have on the gaming side. Folks around the country for more of that in their communities, but they're also looking for the companies to be able to reinvest, to innovate the product. That means we're going to need policymakers who are working with us, taking a hard look at these tax rates and these other stringent regulations to figure out how do we untie the hands of the industry and allow them to provide the customer what they want.
We're talking to Geoff Freeman. He's president and CEO of the American Gaming Association. Geoff, it's no secret that there's been some disagreements about this online gaming. Where are you all right now on that?
Joe, you're right. There's no doubt that there's been disagreement.
I understated that a bit, I thought.
There are strong points of view, and that's not unique to gaming. Every industry has issues like that. At this point in time, what we're doing is we're letting the two coalitions that represent the two distinct viewpoints lead the way. AGA is focused on issues that unite the industry, and we'll let others focus on those issues where there's that disagreement.
All right. What's your biggest concern?
Well, I think that the biggest concern I have is how we continue to innovate as an industry. When you look at gaming, what we've provided for many, many years probably isn't going to work for the next generation. How do we determine exactly what it is that captures the attention of that group, and how do we adapt? How do we innovate? Those are the questions that are driving our leaders, and certainly what keeps us up at night.
You know, because when I walk through a casino and I see all the machines, they kind of run together, you know? I mean, I'm sure there are differences, but at the same time, they're the same.
Yeah, you know, the slot machines continue to do very, very well with certain populations. The question is, how are we capturing that visitor tomorrow? You know, Nevada's asking some great questions. They're asking whether or not we should have skill-based games and looking at alternative ways to provide the product. There's no doubt that the regulators here are on the cutting-edge side, looking forward. It's something that other regulators around the country could take a lesson from.
And, of course, I mean, there's some people just discovering the games that have been around forever, the blackjack and the baccarat.
Well, there's always new visitors coming into the business. We're seeing great interest in gaming here in Las Vegas, across the country, around the world. I just returned from Macau. It is absolutely extraordinary to see the demand that's going on over there. And what's going on over there is good for Las Vegas. It's making these companies stronger and allowing the companies to continue to deliver on their promise.
Geoff, it seems to me from some things we've heard of has been interesting because here, as you know, we've done a lot of diversification, and we've got the pool parties are a big deal, and the DJs, and I mean, there's a lot of, and the entertainment is such a big part of the Las Vegas experience. Somebody told me that in Macau, they weren't interested in the entertainment, just take me to the table.
Well, I think there's the Macau of 5 years ago, and there's the Macau of tomorrow. The Macau of 5 years ago was more gaming centric, but as you look at the development that's going on over there, much greater investment in some of the non-gaming amenities. It's all about providing the customer with options, providing them with what they're looking for. Gaming will always be the centerpiece of what we provide. How do we complement that with the other things that these customers are interested in?
Geoff, thanks for talking to us this morning.
Thank you, Joe.
That's Geoff Freeman. He's president and CEO, American Gaming Association, on the KXNT hotline. It's 824.